Hello internet, welcome back to my playthrough of 2064 Read-Only Memories. This will be part 3. Man, the more I play this, the more I want to buy the soundtrack, and I try not to do that until I, actually have, nope, I need to use that one, until I've played the game, because I feel like you should have your memory of the music should be associated with the game and create a much stronger enjoyment of the track. Okay, I think I've talked to everyone, so I can leave the start if I want. Bye, drinky drink. Okay. Okay. What was I doing last time? I think that's where we have to go to. Ah, yeah. Okay, so the area's been cordoned off.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact. Do you have any idea? Who would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Yeah, well, maybe you're not as smart as you think you are, Terry.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister.
Talk about
I
awkward.
must have missed that link in your history somehow.
Oh. See?
You have a very poor net presence.
Yeah, well, you have a very poor, polite presence, Turing.
It makes anticipating your needs more difficult. Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak. A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance. Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers? I don't even have any teeth. I mean, done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we? Now lead the way.
we are going to go find her. Okay, they can't tell us anything. Okay. Anything we can do? Alright. Let's just save. Lee. It's been a while since I played a game where I had to do completely manual saves. Oh. Okay, I hope that's safe. Let's go. Now, which one's Lexi?
Eucalyptus globulus, the Tasmanian blue gum.
Oh.
It's one of my favorite trees. The clean lines of the leaves and mottled patterns of the bark are interesting.
I'm sure they
Quite
are.
fun to paint, and it's a rather useful tree too. The oil in its leaves can be used as a medical antiseptic or analgesic, boiled into tea, or used as flavoring in foods.
Didn't know that.
Even used as a fragrance for soaps.
Okay.
Many of the trees in this park are excellent specimens of the species. It's one of the only topics I've permanently committed to my personal memory.
But you're still bad at using technology. Okay.
Oh, I do. However, I originally started by painting landscapes. My interest in the arts began through Bob Ross's work, and he focused on landscapes.
Fantastic. It's nice to see Bob Ross's influences everywhere. Good stuff. Alright, let's move on.
It wasn't until recently that I moved on to other forms of composition. Yes, have you heard of him? During my initial stages of mental growth, Aiden limited my media access to mostly only educational programs. I had almost a century of public access television to review, and I stumbled upon Mr. Ross's excellent show, The Joy of Painting. He used an easy-to-learn wet-on-wet oil painting technique, and I started to paint along with the episode. I also find his philosophical views compelling. He often used anecdotal stories from his life to illustrate his opinions. I respect the man quite deeply. I've committed all 403 episodes of the series to my personal memory.
This explains so much.
Ah, yes. I don't actually store most information on my local memory. It's actually rather limited, and I have to be a bit choosy about what I keep. So most of the information I utilize, I just pull off the mesh net when needed. It's like relearning things over and over again. I'm sure you would find it tedious, but I enjoy making sure my reference tables are up to date in my spare clock cycles. I mostly store things locally if they are of some critical importance to me, like information pertaining to personal memories or knowledge that would be helpful if I found myself disconnected from the net. Well, as I said, I keep things pertaining to my personal memory. It may seem insignificant, but without the information about Eucalyptus globulus, I'd lack critical details about my painting history and the local area, both of which I find important to my emotional development. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to know what's important and what isn't, but I fear losing parts of myself. So, Eucalyptus globulus stays.
I think we all have that problem sometimes, Turing. I think we all.
Of course I'm cute. The basic ROM form factor is designed to place us firmly outside of the uncanny valley.
Okay, that makes sense.
I can't imagine adoption rates for the technology would have been very high otherwise. Of course, enough about the happy little trees. You'll have to excuse me for chattering on like that. have plenty of time to discuss things once we found Hayden. Do you think I'd look nice in that hat? I'd really love that. Maybe it would look better in orange or a green.
Oh, cheering.
Perhaps
No,
some-
no, honey. Sure.
Hello, I'm Alfie. Sure thing. Please. Okay.
Alright, we've got some water.
Water levels. Okay. Would you care to donate some credit? All right. Hello, I'm Alfie. All right.
Can't you see I'm busy here?
Yeah, well.
Hey there. Long time. Give me a few minutes to wrap this up, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I have to file over a damn wrecked Froyo stand. By the way, how's your sister doing? I don't know if you've heard, but we got some phantom robot on the loose that everyone is calling Wonder Boy. Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a Froyo stand has to do with it. I guess it's just a bunch of kids screwing around at night and getting a thrill out of some light vandalism. But the brass said to take it seriously, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I have real cases I could be working on or actual criminals to be hunting down or anything. If I had known that this is all they would give me, I never would have transferred. Let's see. I'm too young for full detective. I'm too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I have augments. Take your pick. I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city would mean I'd get to work some bigger cases. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends. So yeah, I have plenty of spare time to help you with whatever you got. It's gotta be better than dealing with this crap. But hold on one sec. Let me steal a break from this guy. So, fill me in. What's going on? Oh, shoot, that's no good. How long have they been gone? I'll have a hard time getting a focused effort on the case immediately unless there's evidence of foul play.
Unfortunately, Detective, things are precisely that serious. I am Hayden's personal Rom, and I was witness to the kidnapping. I can assure you Hayden was taken by force, and that time is of the essence. Just prior to the incident, he instructed me to seek help should anything bad happen. I now believe he has been expecting trouble of this magnitude. We need your help if we're going to track him down.
Damn. All right then, I'll do what I can to open up an investigation. I can't guarantee I'll be put on the case, conflict of interest and all, but I can sure keep tabs on things for you.
Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was working on some very high-profile projects for the company. It's quite likely that he was taken by somebody with enough money and influence to ensure anything official goes nowhere. You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, we share the sentiment. In fact, we know there is already some kind of currently ongoing investigation. We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFPD ROM. That's why we came to you. We were hoping you would be empathetic to our cause.
You know, you're a bit chattier than most ROMs. I guess it makes sense that Parallax employees get the shiniest new toys, huh? I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside actually is dirty, but I can pass information to you if I decide my superiors aren't taking things seriously. They wouldn't have left only one bot by the door if it was something important enough to squash. Hopefully it's unrelated. I'll get back to you on it soon. Just relax and we'll figure this out. Promise. No way, not gonna... If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you just waltz in and tamper with evidence, cover up or not. At least give me a day to make sure they're doing the job right. Don't you try to pull that guilt shit on me. I know you and I have gotten into a few scrapes in the past, but that vigilante stuff gets real old after a while.
Okay, wow, she's not gonna take our shit. And what's with the vigilante stuff? Looks like my character used to be quite a badass.
It's why I took this nice, stable job in the city. If I'd done it sooner, I'd still be with your sister. Damn it, you know that isn't what I meant. You don't even have proof there's dirty cops in on it, and I can't work off a hunch, not on an accusation that big. You think me feeding info to a journalist of all people isn't bad enough? All right, fine. I'll get you into the damn department. Just be careful, okay? I know you think I'm just being paranoid, but the city is tense right now. With the protests and everything going on, you might be poking around in a hornet's nest. Get a weapon of some kind and stay safe. I still care about you. You do that. I'll radio ahead to the bot of the place. Let me know what you find out. All right, I'd better get out of here. Hey you, Froyo guy. Come along to the station and we'll get this report filed.
Who? Me? I've got to attend my stand.
The crap. It's not going anywhere, and the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with the crime scene.
Yes, ma'am.
Later. I'll be...
Okay, so now we're going to go back to Hayden's apartment. I assume that's the police station. Okay, yep. Hang on. How do I talk to the robot? Okay, I'm just gonna use my mouse. I don't know why I can't click on that robot thing. Yay! Okay, we're back in.
What?
Oh.
Oh no. No. Our apartment. My home. Who could have done this?
Alright, so
Why?
this is very suspicious. Human
What
Revolution
does the
graffiti.
Human Revolution want with Hayden?
Oh, that's so funny. I've been playing Deus Ex Human Revolution. I'm just getting so many
Why would they break
flashbacks.
our things? I don't know what to do. This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden.
Aww. I'm sorry,
What if
Cherry.
he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left.
Well, I guess you can come be my slave if that's what you want.
You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Well, let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all this mess. We don't have time to waste on my histrionics.
Ooh, I just learned a new word. Histrionics. Alright, let's just quickly save.
You do that.
Oh.
All radio?
No!
Alright, I better get out of here.
Oh, guys, this is an
Oh,
epic
me?
fail.
But I've got to attend
I'll
my
just pause
stand.
this. Okay, now that I've reloaded and gotten past where I was, let's have a looky-loo. Looks like we've got some. Oh, they destroyed the plant. Come on, man. What did that plant ever do to you? Well, that's lovely. What else we got?
I think you're right about this being human revolution. I know they
What's
don't
that?
like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs.
Okay.
I'll run some
I
deep
think-
meshnet search.
Cover up is in place. Okay, what else we got to look at? So we've got, I'll just switch on my mouse checking. So we got that. Looked at that. I don't know what else I could have looked at. Hang on. Open the window. I don't look at the desk, have I?
I think the data cache is gone.
Yep.
We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here.
So you
I
could have
hate to
taken it.
return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction.
Okay.
The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken.
Clearly
I
someone
wonder
doesn't
what
want
the human
someone
revolution
knowing
would need
truth.
the data cache for any. That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past.
Based on what I know about
Perhaps we could-
humanity, I'm gonna say it's bollocks. Oh, wait, whoa.
What's wrong? No!
What the hell? What the heck just happened? Oh my god, cray cray. So this is chapter 2. I think I've been kidnapped. Or poisoned. I can't tell. Or I'm sick. Ah.
Thank goodness you're finally awake! I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized.
Jeez, Turing, thanks.
I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay.
Oh, how rude do I want to be?
Someone ambushed us at the apartment. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us.
But they didn't
It
take
took me
Jury?
2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily.
Okay, so we know that our antagonist or bad guy has access to a lot of heavy tech. I would doubt that someone like the Human Revolution group could do that. They seem like people who don't have access to a lot of resources.
Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler. I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for. If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability
So
that
they were
they're
still
actually
in
after
there.
me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense.
They may not even be aware of his existence, is what it sounds like. Alright, I might just quickly save over here. And this time, not accidentally load a previous... Oh, I can't save, never mind. Oh. There we go.
That seems unlikely. Even the most casual access to Hayden's research would have turned up physical descriptions of me. And even if they weren't sure, well, I'd play it better safe than sorry if I were them. We were at the scene of the crime, so to speak. Surely interrogating us would have cost them little. No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROM's, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke.
Oh, well, thank you.
Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are
Okay.
those headphones you reviewed. I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published. Oh, and here's your spoiled milk.
Oh, that was so worth it.
Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern.
Oh, they thought of everything, didn't they?
And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken.
Oh.
Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass. Also, your bag got wet. You're right, you wouldn't want to cut yourself. Just let me know when you want to leave.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
Well, yes, I am. Where is that coming from? Well, you just don't look suspicious. Guys, I think I might leave this here. Crap, how do I save? I'll just quickly make a nice little save here. Crap, this is not going well. There we go. There we go. So I think I'll leave this here. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye! Wait, I'm using the wrong overlay. There we go.